And you mentioned that you had voted to maintain. You had voted against the idea of same-sex marriage before, but you've come around to a different position. Is that fair?
Well, I don't know if it's about. I don't know.
Perhaps not a personal position, but where the party should be.
It's not more of a change of position. It's more just a recognition. We had 2 votes in the House of Commons. We had 2 elections where this was a central issue. Canadians had their say in 2004 and 2006. It's been almost 10 years, if not more, since this has been legal. And I think, as Michelle said, this is the membership today chose to recognize the reality that is the law in Canada. I think because, as you mentioned when you introduced the topic, it wasn't the Conservative Party taking a new position on marriage. It was just deleting a clause that, in the minds of many, had become a little bit anachronistic. You know, this was an issue in 04 and 06, and there, as I said, 2 elections on it. So it's more just taking that out, Canada, and we've got a policy resolution. We have a policy document that has to be reflective of that.
Lisa Raitt, what's your view on what happened today with that resolution?
I think it's awesome. I'm really happy. Lots of congrats to Michelle for working it so hard from Alberta.
Jason Kenney just told the Scrum that he considers this issue to be housekeeping, to be obsolete, to be behind the party. Andrew Scheer told Peter Van Dusen here on CPAC this morning that, much as I described it to you, that he feels that the party has to move on, and really the issue is no longer an issue that the party should be involved with. So it seems like your 2 likely candidates are not really going to bat on this issue. You mentioned the possibility that you would run for the leadership?
Yeah, I have actually been approached, and I said no twice. I've been approached again. At this point, I'm no longer firmly ruling it out.
But a campaign to find a social conservative?
Look, if I'm going to run, it's not going to be an issue defined by any one issue. I would be completely opposed to carbon taxes that some of our candidates and people are pushing here. I'd be across the board social conservative, pro-life, pro-family. We need a full-throated, across-the-board conservative. That means a social conservative, a fiscal conservative, one who's prepared to stand, not just in theory, but in actual practice for our criminal justice legislation we pass, someone who's prepared to stand up to the courts, someone who's prepared to say social engineering to the environmental movement is something we're opposed to. So a variety of those issues, but yeah, a social conservative who actually is prepared to stand and not throw in the towel is important to me.
Okay, Brad Trost, thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you.
All right, so perhaps some news there. Brad Trost, unhappy with the way the vote on same-sex marriage went today, said he's now no longer ruling out a possible run at the party leadership, but saying if he does, he won't be a single-issue candidate, won't define his campaign, but clearly it seems to be the issue that might drive him into the race, because he's now saying he's no longer ruling it out because of the vote today.